This is English Time, your journey to English success. And in this lesson, we are learning the past continuous tense. By the end of this video, you will not only master the past continuous tense, but also learn how to avoid common mistakes, understand its contrast with other tenses, practice constructing sentences, and be familiar with the role of time markers. The past continuous tense, often referred to as the past progressive tense, helps us describe actions or events that were in progress at a specific point of time in the past. The structure is relatively simple. For singular subjects, that is I, he, she, it, you use was, that is I was, she was, he was, it was. For plural subjects, we, you, they, were is the choice, that is they were, we were, you were. Then it is followed by the base form of the verb with ing. For example, eating, studying, playing. Let's examine some positive sentences. I was eating dinner. She was studying for her exams. They were playing football. To form negative sentences, you merely add not after was or were. I wasn't eating dinner. She wasn't studying for her exams. They weren't playing football. Asking questions is straightforward in the past continuous. Just invert or swap was or were with the subject. Was I sleeping all day? Was she studying for her exams? Were they playing football? Now, let's tackle some common mistakes, mixing past simple and past continuous. Avoid sentences like I was eating dinner when I ate my dessert. Instead, say I was eating dinner when I got a call. Another mistake people do is neglecting the ing. Always remember to use the base verb plus ing to construct the continuous tense. It's incorrect to say I was walk. Instead, you must say I was walking. Similarly, it's wrong to say she was come. You must say she was coming. Another mistake is incorrect subject-verb agreement. You should ensure was for singular subjects and were for plural subjects. For example, I were watching TV is incorrect. The right form is I was watching TV. It's incorrect to say everyone were attending the lecture. You must say everyone was attending the lecture. This goes for someone, no one, anyone, things like that. So they appear like plural, but they are always followed by a singular form, that is was. You was going to college is wrong. You must say you were going to college. He were doing yoga is incorrect. You must say he was doing yoga. Understanding how past continuous differs from other tenses is vital. Let's briefly contrast it with three other key tenses. So, past continuous basically describes ongoing actions in the past, like I was cooking dinner. In past simple, we convey completed actions in the past. I cooked dinner. In present continuous tense, we relate to actions happening in the present. I am cooking dinner. Whereas the present perfect describes actions that have an effect on the present. I have cooked dinner. Now let's start with the contractions. Contractions. Let's start with wasn't. It's a contraction of was and not. When you say wasn't, you are essentially combining was and not into one word. I wasn't feeling well yesterday. She wasn't going to the office. The phone wasn't ringing when we entered the room. He wasn't watering the plants. Similarly, weren't is a contraction of were not. You were not listening to me. They were not doing their homework. We weren't listening to the lecture. I repeat. Similarly, weren't is a contraction of were not. So you weren't listening to me. They weren't doing their homework. We weren't listening to the lecture. Now it's your turn to practice. Create your own past continuous tense sentences. For example, I watch TV at 8 p.m. I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. I wait for the bus this morning. So these are some verbs that I gave you in the brackets. I encourage you to pause the video and work out the answers using the verb in the past, in the ing form, constructor, sentence in past continuous form based on the information given. So are you ready? Here are the answers. I was watching TV at 8 p.m. I was eating breakfast at 8 a.m. I was waiting for the bus in the morning or this morning. Time markers such as at 3 p.m., yesterday, while, and when are quite commonly used in the past progressive tense, and these can significantly influence the use of past continuous tense. They help specify when the action was taking place. Let us look at some time markers with example sentences. Yesterday, I was playing soccer yesterday. Last night, she was reading a book last night. At that time, I was still studying for my exams. While, I was cooking while my friend was setting the table. When, the phone rang when I was watching TV. During the storm, I was driving home. At 3 p.m., I was in a meeting at 3 p.m. All day, they were painting the house all day. Last week, I was on vacation last week. When the sun set, I was hiking when the sun set. If you have other interesting time markers in your mind, please share them in the comments box. Fantastic! You have not only mastered the past continuous tense, but also explored common mistakes to avoid, compared it with other tenses, practiced constructing sentences, and understood the role of time markers. Keep practicing, and soon this tense will become a natural part of your English conversation. Thank you for being a part of our English grammar lesson. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing for more grammar insights. Stay tuned for more videos like this.